And we're back.
How long are you gonna stay?
Yeah.
Are you gonna yourself?
Are you one of them?
Ooh,
Ready
is
to
this
get
one of
yourself?
the infamous Metal Gear Solid chatty pots?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a beefer?
Yep. It's a
Oh, what?
Get out. You can't stay here forever.
Oh,
Do I
Are
look
you an
like
alt-
one?
but you're not Kawaii Desu.
Your uniform is different than theirs.
You're the Metal Gear chief engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
Loving that police knots poster on the right there.
Yep.
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
Oh.
So,
you're here
what's
to
your guys'
rescue
time,
me.
by the way? Because I
Sorry,
accidentally
but
clicked
no.
out of the video.
There's something that I've got to do first.
Click 50
Almost
seconds.
at 1 minute.
One of them.
Yeah,
All right. Because all right. Are you hurt? That's where I am right now.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I'm okay.
I just
Okay. So yeah,
twisted
we're
my
the,
ankle
we're
a
the,
little
all
bit
right. I
trying
managed to
get
catch up
away.
without.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about.
Yep.
That's fine, man.
I want to ask you something. I need information
Here we have one of the
about
most
Metal Gear.
infamous characters from Metal Gear.
Metal Gear?
Yeah.
The one,
What's
a
Metal
guy who
Gear
cries,
really
a guy
designed
who's
for?
cried more than any video game character I've ever
Mobile
seen.
TMD. It's
My
designed to
hero.
shoot down nuclear missiles, only for defensive purposes, of
I
course.
mean, he's one of my favorite characters in all of Metal Gear
I
Solid.
already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
And this is when he finds out he was
Al,
being used by
please
the.
tell me you don't have an
Terrorists
Oedipus
are planning to
complex.
use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You tell me
No,
what
I
didn't
don't.
know.
Good.
They're gonna put a dismantled warhead into Metal Gear's TMD missile module?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's
That
nuclear
police
launch
nuts poster
capability
looks weird.
using a
Well, it's
dummy
because it's like
nuclear
rendered
warhead.
in like
The
32
terrorists are just
bits.
continuing the work
So-
you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
Yep.
But that would defeat the purpose of a Gundam. We're making Gundams,
No.
right?
All the armament was built by a separate department, and the president personally supervised.
You know,
the
for a
final
very smart
assembly of the main
person, he's
unit.
not a very smart person.
Yep.
No, not one bit.
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I
Luckily,
only know
after
it's
this, he
equipped with a
does
Vulcan
actually
cannon,
gain
a laser,
intelligence.
and a railgun.
Slight, but well, no,
I
yeah.
don't
After
know.
Metal Gear Solid, after Metal Gear Solid 1, he's much.
How, like all those other weapons,
railgun,
almost
he
as
said.
deadly as a
Yeah.
nuke?
It uses magnets to fire bullets
Yeah.
at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Lab.
Now we just have to give it a
The
shining
railgun is
finger.
on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear
Wait,
missiles.
wait.
You sure you're not
Was
forgetting
G Gundam
something?
out by
It's
by
true,
then?
Metal Gear has a
I
missile
know
module.
Gundam.
Probably.
I know Gundam.
Carry up
I
to
know
8
Gundam
missiles,
was.
but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
I named him. I wanted to name him Big Zam, but Baker said no.
Yeah, but that's not all I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
I do like the bromance that forms after this game.
No. Could it be?
Yeah, this is for this reason. This one's always like cutting
Metal
in,
Gear's
and cutting out of like
co-developer,
different
Rivermore
areas.
National
So
Labs was working on a new type
Mhm.
of nuclear weapon.
I did cut a bit of loading to just
They were using Nova and
not have a lot of,
laser
like,
nuchere fusion testing
void
equipment and
in here.
supercomputers.
So
Yeah. So there's like
developed a
small
new
loading
type of
screens in
nuclear
between
weapon.
these
they're
transitions.
not really loading screens. They're just like a black screen
Yes,
to
but
like
you
emphasize there's a
can't
bit of
use
loading here.
virtual
Give us a
data on
second.
Battlefield. They would need
Yeah,
actual launch
because we're
data.
switching to FMV to a whole new area of the game that we have to render for
These
like
are
10
some of the
seconds.
Yep.
supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all
Kojima
just
put
theoretical.
Kojima and his team put a
So this
lot
exercise
of
was designed to test
details
the
into
real
this
thing.
game.
Well, like the good thing about it is everything was in render.
What did
Like
our
most of the
president
cutscenes are
do?
just rendered in game, so
If
that
the
saves a lot of
terrorists
it.
launched that thing.
Oh hell
Because
yeah!
they're not using like FMVs a lot. Well, they do have FMVs in here because
I'm such
Mhm.
a
they show off like real life
It's all
stuff,
my
which like it's
fault.
kind of hard to show off via PS1. So
Yeah. Also, and then there's also the voice
The truth
acting that's
is,
pretty high quality, even for
my
like it's pretty high quality for
grandfather-
PS1 standards.
for 98, yeah, it's pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life.
Yeah, Huey definitely suffered.
And my father.
Oh, sorry, no,
he
that's
was born
sorry.
on August 6th.
It was just Dr. Emmerich.
1945.
Yep.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb.
Let's not speak of Hal's dad.
Yeah. Also, my mom.
Three
Also, my mom
generations of
flirted with me a lot.
Well,
Well,
step
You
stepmother,
must have
but
the curse of nuclear
Yeah,
weapons
my
written in your
stepmom's flirted with me a
DNA.
lot, and my sister
I'm
almost
pretty
drowned.
sure he barely knew his actual mom.
Oh,
I used to
probably
think that I
not.
could use
Was
That
he like-
science
it wouldn't
to
surprise
help
me if he didn't.
mankind.
Well,
Yeah.
That's a
The
MGS5
one that
spoiler
wound up
stuff.
getting
So.
used was me.
Yeah.
Using science to help mankind.
I'm just glad we got a bit of
Movies.
closure of that, like, that
Enough
Peace Walker.
crying. Pull
Because
yourself.
it was
Oh,
hinted
yeah.
on in Peace Walker, and then it was
Where's
just
Metal
confirmed
Gear?
in
Where on this base are they
Phantom
keeping
Pain.
it?
Yeah.
Loading.
loading.
Rex
There
is
we
in the underground maintenance base,
Where's that?
north of the
I forget to cut a
communications
bit of it,
tower,
but yeah.
but it's a
I
long way
did my
there.
best, like,
The emergency
Cut as
override
much
Yeah.
system for the detonation code is there too.
Yeah.
In the maintenance base.
It's
control
fine.
room.
I
You
still
better hurry.
I'll
If they were
it's
planning
still
to launch from the start, then their ballistic
fine.
program is probably
yeah,
finished.
they're literally just
If they
rendering an
haven't
area
called
from
for me in
disk
a few
2.
hours,
So
they must
that's
not
the
need me. In other words,
Which
they
is
must be ready to
impressive, but-
launch.
well.
Meryl's
No,
got
all
the
it is just a
detonation
little
code
area.
override
It's probably
keys.
none of that
We'll
shit
link
probably
up
doesn't
with
have
her.
collision
We
at all.
can't override the launch.
Mhm.
We'll have to
So-
destroy Rex.
That's how they do. That's how they do certain areas, certain cutscene areas in like Kingdom Hearts 2. Is
Mhm.
that none of the areas at where the characters are standing
I'll show you
outside of
the
that,
way.
there's no hit detection.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
Takes out a
Six.
I
knife.
created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to
The
escape.
old school
When the coast
motions
is
of the
clear, I'll
PS1.
contact you by codec.
How
I know,
am I
right?
supposed to escape from an island?
Still, I would still say
Swim.
like MGS1 is a technical achievement
So
for the
what
PlayStation
I
1.
want you to hide somewhere and keep
Definitely.
me informed.
This
You know
this
place
this is
well, don't
definitely
you?
one of the better aged 3D
And don't worry,
games
I've
on
got
on the
this.
PS1.
Yeah, since it's not a beefy, like it's impressive for not being a beefy RPG,
It's the
you know.
same stealth technology as the Ninja.
Oh yeah,
Foxhound
Spe-
was gonna
yeah,
use
because
them, but
this
with
was
this I'll
during
be
the
fine.
time. This was
Bad
2
right
years
now.
before Final Fantasy 9 came
I
out,
want
so
Meryl to watch
this
after
was
you,
this was a pretty big technical marvel.
Yeah, it was one of the first PS1 games I ever got.
Meryl,
I think the first one was Resident Evil 2.
Where are you now?
Oh, I
That
hate
was-
tube.
All right, there we go. And we have a slightly different codec portrait.
What?
There we go. And that's all the different words. Well, we'll see more codec, slightly different
Something's
codec
wrong.
Did you hear something?
Yeah,
portraits
Wasn't
later.
that some kind of music?
that was
What did
interesting.
she look like?
Mm-hmm.
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists.
She also had a nice butt.
Yep.
It's very important that you know that.
Yeah,
Guys,
it's
She has such a
Meryl.
cute
Yep, the
way
cute
of
way of
walking.
walking.
She kind of wiggles her behind.
Literally says,
I
yeah,
did-
she shakes her ass a bit.
She's got a very cute.
I'm not kidding. I actually wasn't trying to guess that. Oh, that's great. I was not even trying.
No, because that's how you figure out who she is.
You'll
Like,
have
it's
to
actually an
contact
important
me
part
Because
of the
her
game.
ass-
huh?
No, you seriously have to like
There's only one place where we can
duck
be sure
behind
she's
cover
not
and start
herself.
looking at their bus.
where
See
is
which one.
Don't be so dense.
Which one jiggles?
Yes.
It's great.
Here, use this security card.
Oh,
Oh,
Security
Kojima.
level 4.
I know, right?
And I thought police knots was weird.
Yeah, police
You're
nuts.
not in pain, are you?
My
Huh?
gosh.
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
When I'm a
What's
shot.
wrong? Getting all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
Is he?
You're
Was he?
strange.
It was just checking in case he
Little
died,
nervous.
because, like, you know,
Everyone else I've saved
like, so
suddenly
far,
dies.
2 out of 3 people have died in here, so.
I get it, Doctor.
True.
Call me.
Oh, that reminds me of that
stands for
scene from
Otaku
Dragon Ball
Convention.
Z Abridged
Otaku's a
when
guy like me who likes
Goku
Japan
finds out that Yamcha commits suicide in Trunks'
Japan was the
future.
first
Yeah.
country to successfully make a
Oh
body
my
count robot.
gosh, this is Gurren Lagann.
Wait.
It's still the best in the field of robotics.
Yes!
And Japanese cartoons played
This
some
is
part
straight
in
up the
that?
first transformation scene from Gurren Lagann.
I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons.
What?
That's what all scientists say.
Oh
I
my!
became a scientist
Oh my
and I wanted
gosh!
to make weapons
Yeah,
like
this
the
is
ones
this
in
is like the
Japanese
the
animals.
second episode.
Really, it's true.
Just sounds like a child.
What's going on? What?
You are a genius.
That was amazing.
I mean, he was talking about Japanese anime, so.
Yeah. What was he talking? What was that?
It was
what
showing-
was that?
they were showing
The
police
greatest
knots in the
weapons of
background.
mass destruction were created.
Okay,
So I just said, fuck it, let's just show Gurren Lagann.
It was normally just police
That's
knots.
all
Yeah.
over now.
Yeah.
I won't take part
But-
in the murder anymore.
Whatever.
They gave you
All
versions
I
That
know
was
is
all-
the
that was-
information.
Sure.
Oh
I know
yeah,
everything
that's
about
right.
This whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall.
I knew you would
If you
like
need
it.
ammo or rations, just
That
tell
was
me and I'll bring
that was
them.
that was the transformation scene from Gurren Lagann. Wow.
I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
I'm on frequency 867.359.
After an episode of not really editing much, I might as well edit something.
Yeah, but that was a good one. That was honestly a good one. Man. What's the longest cutscene in this game? Like how in terms of like minutes?
Oh, like 17 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
So this
There's police knots.
I mean, yep. I mean, it's not as bad as Metal Gear Solid 2's length of cutscenes, but 17 minutes isn't terrible from like watching the true ending of Bravely Default. That's gosh.
Metal Gear Solid 4's final cutscene is like 40 minutes long or something.
It was a half.
Hour and
It
a half.
was about 27 minutes. The entire sequence was 72 minutes.
Oh,
Of
that
cutscene
an hour and
sequences, yeah.
12.
Of nothing
An
but
hour and
cutscenes,
12 minutes. Can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
Metal Gear
Well, the
Solid
entire
4.
ending is just its own part, where we just sit
It's
back-
gonna have to be.
It'll be split into two parts probably. All right.
Yeah.
Bring your popcorn.
And
Bring your popcorn, do your taxes, make a sandwich.
Yep. Because that's gonna be that might as well be a movie night.
Yeah. By that point, we might as well just do a rip tracks on
Finish recording fucking Dark Souls. I don't know.
Record play Dark Souls. Play that RPG you've always wanted to
Yep.
play,
I feel like every time we finish a boss, we get more inventory space.
and health.
Yeah, the reason I do that is just to switch from gas mask and like hard, just to open it for a bit and then quickly
Back.
yeah.
It's a good thing that the cameras are permanently destroyed once you've destroyed them once. Hey, look, I'm Psycho Mantis.
Oh yeah, you can hear him breathe in the gas mask.
This game, for 1998, this has too much detail to it.
And now we have the night
Did we
vision
get this?
goggles.
Did we get this game first, or did Japan get this
No,
first?
Japan got it first.
Okay.
The Japanese version,
Because,
the Japanese version is really different from the American. Well, there's a lot of slight differences from control-wise because you can't go in first-person mode.
Yeah. So basically, we got the best version of Metal Gear Solid 1 at the time.
Yeah, but then Integral got it. Then Integral came out in Europe, which is just again just like another complete version. Which we're not really missing much, other than like when you get the
European
tuxedo.
extra-
When you get the tuxedo, Meryl has a snake sneaking suit instead.
That's actually pretty cool.
And now we go back. Now we go back to the basement.
Ah, we have to find Meryl.
Yep.
We get to watch another
There will
beaver
There
cutscene.
will forever be two people there, but can we just kill this guy over here again? I just always kill him because I know he gets out of there and there just adds another person in that, and I don't want that to happen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a no-kill run, does killing a boss count as a kill? Because
Yes.
that wouldn't make. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you have to kill exactly 7 people? No.
Right now I'm just using the Soliton radar to get my
Bearings. And of course the music.
Another thing that happens is like the other guy down there goes to the bathroom, so
Yeah.
here's where I just took my chance, I think.
And the music is always, and also the music is pretty good,
Yeah.
even though it's just ambient.
Yeah, see? That guy's going to the bathroom.
Kill him like the rest.
Kill him. Dude, are you psychic?
I need more missiles.
You always need more Nikita missiles.
The The reason why I'm avoiding her because I think I was gonna wait to show her something off about her. So
Oh, the butt jiggle?
yeah. But I need that
Cardboard
Oh,
box.
I need
okay.
the cardboard box. That's kind of mandatory for me.
What about the Zone of the Enders box? Oh wait, that didn't exist yet.
Yep.
Zoe doesn't exist yet. What?
Yep. She goes to the bathroom. She
Well, I mean, that's
disappears.
one way to get this cutscene.
Yeah,
Don't move.
she is a passenger. Here's another beefer cutscene.
That's the second time.
By the
you
way,
need
this
to sneak
cutscene
up
is
onto
slightly
legendary
different if you get to her
solid
really
snake.
fast.
Yeah, and I got it.
Really?
You're
She
male.
doesn't have pants.
Oh.
No way you can pass
Oh,
this
that's
for
right.
long.
What do you
If you
mean?
take your
Hey,
time from
men
seeing
aren't
her, yeah,
allowed
she
to-
she will have
I had
pants
no
on.
idea you were so
But nope,
feminine.
since I got her right at the
This
last
is no
moment,
time to
no
try and
pants.
hit on me, Snake.
I mean, fine by me.
I don't know if that's
Obviously,
I don't know if that's back in
Besides,
the
it's a waste of time.
I don't know if that's
When I
back in
joined up,
the
they gave
GameCube
me
version.
psychotherapy to destroy my
I'm not
interest
sure
in
he.
men.
Seems smart enough.
Actually, I think it is.
By the way, Meryl, I'm calling bullshit on that.
Not yet.
What?
After all, I was disguised
Nothing.
as a genome soldier.
So why'd you change? You'd be a lot better off dressed like one of them.
Besides, you're giving me a rager just looking at you.
The truth is, the uniform smelled like blood.
What's that mark?
Wait, she was wearing
Oh,
Johnny's
it's-
uniform, wasn't
It's
she?
a paint tattoo.
Yep.
It's not real. I was a fan of Foxhound way
That
back.
gets
The
referenced
guys
in
like you and
Police
my uncle
Knots.
were in it. None of
Like
that
she's
gene
wearing the
therapy like
Foxhound
they used to.
tattoo,
You
and
guys
you
were
tell
real
you look at it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I got this from Foxhound. It's only temporary."
All the heroes I know are either dead
From a
or
hero
in
she
prison.
met in Zanzibar land.
But Snake,
Yeah.
you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a man.
Yeah,
who's
it's
good at what
not
he does,
very
killing.
well
winning or
a
losing for
quality of a
mercenary.
tattoo, but it is
Only
like
winners in
supposed to be
war
a
are
like the
people.
early version of the
That's right,
Foxhound
and you
logo,
fight for the
if I'm
people.
correct.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's almost as if I'm a
Anyone who's
clone
seen
of
death
of
in
another
battle.
more powerful
It's
person.
the only time I feel truly alive.
Seeing other
I don't
people die
know.
makes you feel alive, huh? You
I
love
mean, he is
war
a
and
clone,
don't
but
want
I
it to
don't know if
stop.
he's better
Seeing
than
all
Snake.
great soldiers
Well, no,
throughout
he's
history.
supposed to be a clone of a much more
Why didn't you
of a much
contact me?
stronger
My
person.
codec was broken.
Is that all?
Shouldn't you just be happy we met up like this? How did you recognize me in disguise?
Your ass.
Forget a lady.
So there's something you like about me, huh?
Yeah, you've got a great
Wow.
butt.
Oh, I
Well,
see. First
forward,
it's my
I see.
eyes, now it's my
You've got an
butt.
ass I
And
could
what's
bounce a
next?
quarter off,
On the
girl.
battlefield, you never think about what's next.
So, Snake,
Trust me, I
how
would
are
do things to you
negotiations
that I can't say in this.
No
We're
progress.
already M-rated.
So it's all up to you, huh?
Somebody's got to stop them from launching a nuclear missile.
There are two ways. Either we destroy Metal Gear, or
We override the detonation code.
Or
You
we
got
can
the
go get a
card key from
pizza.
Baker?
card keys. You mean this?
Where are the others? There should be 3 keys.
This is all I've got.
Where could the other
Hey,
2
she
be?
warmed it up already.
I have no idea, but they must be somewhere. If we can't find them, we'll have
That's
no choice
going to
but
be a
destroy Metal Gear.
terrible
Metal
puzzle
Gear is
later
an
on.
underground maintenance base to the north.
Take me too.
Also, this
I know
card
this
has your
better
boob
than
sweat
you
on
do.
it.
You'll just slow me down.
Okay, now you
don't
made it
have enough
weird.
battle experience.
I won't slow you down. I promise.
And what if you do?
Then you can shoot me.
That's disturbing,
I don't like to waste bullets.
especially when I don't have the infinite ammo
Got it.
bandana.
I'll be careful. You know, I don't use makeup the way other women do.
Here we go.
I hardly ever look at myself in the mirror. I've always despised that kind of woman.
Fonzie.
Yeah, I'm here.
I always
I,
dreamed of
s-
becoming a
I
soldier.
swear, if I see a Maybelline logo like pop up in the corner, I don't use women makeup like normal women do.
My
Maybe
father,
it's Maybelline.
he was
No,
killed in
no.
action when I was younger.
Don't worry about it.
Following your father's footsteps?
Not really. I thought that if I became a soldier, I could
Uh.
understand him better.
So
I don't
you're
think
a
that's how that
soldier
works,
yet?
Meryl.
I thought I was until today, but now I understand. The truth is, I was just afraid of looking at myself, afraid of having to make my own decisions in life.
You could
But I'm
poke
not gonna
someone's
lie
eye
to
out with
myself
those with the
anymore.
corners of her
It's
hair.
time I took a long, hard look at myself. I want to know who I am, what I'm capable of. I want to know why I've lived the way I've lived until now. I want to know.
Take a good look. You won't get another chance for a while.
Fuck.
You should wash your face too while you're at it.
Yeah.
This isn't a training exercise. Our lives are riding on this.
You can tell it's serious
There are
because
no
the song is playing in
heroes
the
or
background.
heroines. If you lose,
Yeah.
you're worm.
What's the
food.
song? What's the name of the
The
song?
best is yet to
Yeah.
come.
Is that
Gotcha.
phallus functional?
Unfortunately, it's out of ammo.
Where'd you get that Desert Eagle?
I found it in the army.
Yeah, I wonder what
Carrying
happened to all
around
that
for
ammo.
level without ammo.
There was a SOCOM
Yeah.
pistol too, but I chose this.
Huh. So I got a leftover, huh? Isn't that tiny little
Seriously,
big
she
for a
had
girl?
like
Don't worry, I
she
can
wait.
handle
I wonder how she wasted all that ammo.
Use my 45.
I have the same tattoo. She
Oh.
has.
I've used a gun like this since I was 8
What
years old.
I have,
what
this,
on?
I have that
Comfortable
same
with it
fox
than I
sound
am with a
tattoo on my
bra.
arm.
Really?
Same placement and everything.
That's
Just not the same
Cool.
color.
If we're
Mine's
gonna go to
actually
the
the
north,
actual.
we'll have to go through the
like,
commander's
orange
room on this
logo.
floor.
orange.
The overland route is blocked by glaciers.
Okay. That's cool.
The
Well,
door
I
to the
think they
commander's room
changed
is
it. I think they
security
changed it
level
in
5.
the
This
GameCube
card
version
broke.
to make it look like the actual
It was
logo
inside the
and not
pocket
just
of the
blue.
uniform I was
Yeah.
wearing.
Looks like he must have been guarding someplace important.
Gosh.
And now she has pants on.
Okay, let's go.
Well, she had
I
pants
know
on for a
this place
while.
better than you. I'll be point man. Follow me.
I'm just saving here.
Okay.
It's a good thing you hooked up with Meryl. You should have seen the Colonel. He doesn't like to let it show because he's the boss, but he was so happy he could barely contain himself.
I'm glad to hear that.
He also
Talk to
asked
you later, Snake.
he also asked if you wanted to marry her.
I just cut the savings, so don't worry about it.
That's strange. There's no
Yeah.
guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready.
Was that
okay?
a fourth wall joke or?
Well, we're getting to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was like, but was that like blatant fourth wall awareness or is that
Alright,
just?
Fonzie, what kind of games do you like to play?
No, don't worry. You'll see.
Oh, diazepam. I think they. Yeah,
it becomes
I think they changed
it becomes pentazamine.
Yeah,
Because that's an actual.
which is a
drug.
real. Good.
Yeah.
I see you have played Frogger.
I see you're a
see
big
you
fan
like
of
to play-
Nightmare.
You'll see what games I have there.
You like to play Galaga Double Piece. Wait, what? No, I don't.
Ah,
I see
Media's
you-
excellent. Oh God. Oh God.
Barbie's horse adventure. I see you tried using the cheat code to make Lara Croft naked in Tomb Raider.
That was a mod for PC, you dunce.
My head. Oh, it hurts.
Should have taken Tylenol.
Oh, she just thought about the entire plot there for a second.
She had a brief glimpse of Metal Gear Solid 4.
No, she saw it too and like, what the fuck?
Are you okay?
She hears the when you mention the word patriot.
Oh, you mean
Or the
Red-
Lale
What happened?
I'm fine.
Why do you have a
I've
filter?
never
Why do
been
you have
better, Snake.
Why do you have a filter in your voice
Okay.
now?
Let's go.
Follow me in my weird walk.
Come on, Mr. Foxhound. The commander is waiting.
Did you swallow a voice box? Did you swallow a voice box while we were in between cutscenes?
So
Uh,
it's that time. It's the infamous thing.
the thing the thing everyone knows. Metal
This
Gear
is probably
Solid.
this is
1.
probably one of the most. This is probably the most like notorious thing from Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh yeah.
It's the one that
it's made even
it's the one
better.
that everyone knows.
Oh yeah, it's made even better in the GameCube version of the game.
Oh, definitely.
How do you like me?
Snake.
Oh.
Snake.
She's a stand user.
Do you like
You're so fine.
Her stand.
You're so fine. You blow my mind.
Hey, Snake. Snake.
Oh, hurry, hurry. Make love to me.
She's a stand user, guys. Psycho Mantis is her stand.
There we go. Now it's a rated M game. Sexual innuendo, right?
Yeah.
Like girls.
I didn't know you were a man fan, Snake.
I mean, given the rest of the series, maybe?
Oh, isn't it if you kill Meryl, the Colonel's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Pretty much.
Well, you can't kill her. It's
No, you
game
can't.
over.
No, yeah, but you'll hear the Colonel like yell at you. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you, Snake? That kind of stuff.
Doom.
So just
Two punch. Oh, okay, sorry. A little more.
Somewhere far away. Also, what is like nice.
Nice. Okay,
there he is. Oh,
Run!
I didn't actually know you could see him
yeah.
if you did that.
He has active camo.
See her. You can see the stand user. What happened to his coat?
Optic camouflage.
I actually liked his coat.
He's still wearing his coat.
Only trick.
Is he?
Oh no. He's yeah, that's
I will show you why I am the most powerful practitioner of psychokinesis and telepathy in the
I like how they shoehorn him in like in the earlier games.
Mm-hmm. He is Russian, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. This is no trick. It's true power. It's useless, I told you. I can read your every thought. Now let me read
Oh
your
man,
mind.
this is the most infamous cutscene in this game. Everyone knows Metal Gear Solid for this
You
cutscene.
are a very
This pretty much tells everything like how I play the game.
his tires before
Yep.
he leaves. You are a highly skilled warrior.
He's basically telling you how good you are at the game.
Mhm.
Stealth mission.
It's kind of like what Colonel Volgin does in MGS3. If you haven't taken much damage, he'll say, "Oh, smooth, like a newborn baby."
Cautious, but you are a coward. Still don't believe me. Now I'll read more deeply into your soul. I can see into your mind.
He looks like he only has three
You
fingers.
like Castlevania, don't you?
Of course.
I've Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yep, that's the one. That's the game you need.
You do not say it often.
Mhm.
You are somewhat reckless.
Yeah, I don't save often. It's probably because I know this game from back
I
to
can read you
Yeah.
like the back of my hand.
book. You still don't believe me? I will show you my psychokinetic power.
So that blew my mind back in the day.
In the GameCube version, this cutscene is made even better
Why
because when he
Snake looks
talks,
at the.
uh,
Really?
I'm just showing the true power.
he has to show the true power of Psychomantis.
There you go.
What do you think now?
But okay, so in the GameCube version, when he tells you to put the controller down, Snake
Snake
looks
looks at
straight
you
into
and
the
is like, just
camera
like,
and
"Do it."
nods at you. Yeah, he's like, "Do it." and he violently
I'm just
like,
all right. Yeah, breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, I'm playing on a PS3 for the quality. Just getting that right out of the way.
Hideo channel. Oh, I didn't know TVs had that back
Yep.
in '98.
The Kojima channel. All
Obviously
bullshit
this-
all the time.
This game was if it wasn't obvious enough, this game was kind of made for CRTs.
I believe there's an Easter egg in 4 if you try to do that.
Yeah, there is.
Any specific boss or?
No, the laughing octopus.
Gotcha.
It has a very similar gimmick to Psychomantis.
Yeah.
So, an interesting thing because of the first-person aiming in
There we
with the
go.
first person.
Because it changed analog
With
controls.
the-
I was like, wait a minute, the fuck?
The Psychomantis actually punishes you for overusing first-person aiming. If you try to use it for too long, he'll take over your screen and you're unable to fire at him because you're looking through Psychomantis instead of yours.
Yeah, the same thing happens in this one if you go first person mode.
Gotcha.
Excuse me, the box has no use. I beg to differ.
Yeah. This boss, honestly, I think the Twin Snakes version is harder because,
Probably is.
especially shots when you're just trying to get a stamina kill.
This part's just annoying. 'Cause
Yeah.
You just summoned like pottery to attack you.
And chairs.
So you can either kill him with your SOCOM or bombs. It doesn't really.
Or your fist.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Well, back to the Hideo channel. All Hideo, all the time. He's been fired.
Oh. The man who keeps doing this has now been fired. Oh, is this the point of the fight where he becomes invisible?
Yeah. So all you have to do is just hit him once, and then it tries to be all like secrecy, but yeah, thermal goggles kind of break this fight.
So yeah, what made this fight infamous is the fact of you. I think if you died enough times to the fight, the Colonel will tell you plug your controller from the first player port to the second player port. Yeah, and that's how this game does a nice little fourth wall breaking. Is
Do we
he can
ever
read
get
your
like a canon reason why Snake beats Psychomantis, or?
I think it's just
probably no. It's probably in the book. I'll check it out later. Yep, there you go. Just,
Probably nanomachines. Let's just go with nanomachines.
there you go.
Point
three,
is,
three suplexes and yeah, she's done.
yeah. Another. Oh, So, another major
remember,
difference-
rated M for mature.
I know, right?
And
Another
there
big
she's done.
difference in between. Yeah. Another thing in the Twin Snakes fight, you can just tranquilize her.
She'll just
and-
pass out.
Yeah, she'll just instantly pass out. You don't have to suplex her or anything.
Yeah, but
or
like,
punch her in the
I just like suplexing her.
Well, I mean, it's just funny to do.
Night
It's just a
vision
funny
goggles
thing
don't
to do.
do jack shit until the only time night vision goggles are decent after this area.
Another big difference too is I'm trying to remember what else happens in the fight. Damn it, I just remembered something.
I know there's an actual picture of Kojima laughing at you.
Another thing too is that in the GameCube version, because the GameCube has 4 slots, you have to use all 4 slots because there's a point where he'll start reading you if you're in your port 2. So you either switch it from port 2 to port 3 and then port 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched to a pistol and shot him, and he flew away.
I was talking about how he ragdogged halfway across the room.
Your niece is going to be okay.
What kind of bullets are you using?
I owe you one. Now that Mantis is beaten, Meryl's brainwashing should wear off, right, Naomi?
Yes. But why did you go so far out of your way to save her? For Campbell's sake, or maybe it's because you like her?
I don't want to see any woman die right in front of me.
Oh, really? Since when did anybody's death bother you
Yep.
so much?
Naomi, it's true that Snake has killed a lot of people.
It's like
That
he's
doesn't mean he doesn't
part
have
of the
a
army or
heart.
something.
It's okay, Colonel.
Yeah, it's almost as if
She's
he was
right.
raised to be like this.
So, you used the other... I wasn't able to read the future.
Nope.
A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own.
Just turning into a
Philosophy class 101.
yeah.
To get to Metal Gear's underground maintenance
Like, I'm just gonna, before I die, I'm just gonna tell you everything. I know well, it doesn't matter. He's not the boss of me anymore.
have to go through
If I'm correct too, you can mess with his AI by messing with the statues throughout the room too.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
the overland route. It's blocked by frozen glaciers.
It's kind of redundant, isn't it?
Past the communication
Yeah.
towers.
Frozen glaciers.
Use the tower's walkway.
Why are you telling me this?
Yes.
I can read people's minds.
You were gonna get it from me anyway.
In my lifetime, I have read the past, present,
And somehow cleared a kid out of a virus, but whatever. That's not important now.
men and women.
I also summoned a giant fucking fire whale.
Gross.
Look, I was really into books by Herbert Merritt. It's fine.
Also, I have a sense that Meryl will marry the meme of this series.
That's Metal Gear Solid 2, my dude. MGS2 is about memes, my dude.
Yeah. It's just the meme starts in this game. She marries a meme. Fuck's a meme. Is there? I'm actually really curious. Is there any like swearing in this game? Like
No, that's not till later.
Okay.
Like,
'Cause I know-
the worst you hear is fuck, and that's in Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5.
Oh wow. And Revengeance. Shit, not again.
Well, I think
But that's
MGS4 when it really gets the M rating, because because again, later in Metal Gear Solid 4, just like Otacon just calls Snake the shit. It's really
That's
awkward
awesome.
just hearing Otacon going, "Snake, you're the shit." And the infamous scene in Metal Gear Solid 5 where Kaz says, "Get the fuck out of there!"
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
was going to kill me.
Is that a scar across his head?
yeah.
Apparently.
He's again
Yep.
he's been
Experimented on.
as a child, yeah.
I also had long red hair too.
Male
What happened to you?
Male pattern little you know, which is male pattern baldness.
Baldness.
Something I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, really. I foresaw I thought I'd have Fabio hair by 40. Didn't know.
The world is a more interesting place with people like you in it.
Aw.
I never agreed with the boss's revolution. His dreams of world conquest do not interest me.
And to ditch his powers as a human to become a vampire.
Excuse to kill as many
What?
people as I could.
Dio.
Let him talk.
He
Doesn't have much time left.
MGS1 Liquid Snake looks a lot like Dio Brando.
Well, it's mostly because of the fucking golden blonde hair.
The blonde.
You're
Yep.
just like the boss.
And it's made even worse
No,
in
you're worse.
Q version when you can actually see his long flowing hair and
Compared to
everything.
you, I'm not so bad.
Wow. You're pretty fucked up.
I read her mind as well. Meryl's? I saw you there. You have a large place in your heart. A large
The
place?
fuck do you mean?
She just like shoots him in the face right now. Let's get going. We gotta mention this.
Yeah, we got shit to do.
Your futures lie together. I have a last
The sad part is that doesn't happen.
my mask. Put it back
Well,
on.
it's hinted they did stuff after MGS1,
Like
and that's
this.
it.
Other
Yeah,
people's
but it just didn't work out because
thoughts their
philanthropy.
way into my mind. Before I die, I want to be by myself. I want to be left alone in my
Oh,
own
another thing too is another like big change in terms of like character developments in games is like this is one of the big games to show that bad guys can be very human like. Especially with like what he said is like just I'd rather be all alone by myself. I'd just rather die alone.
Yeah, I would say Psychokinesis is the most like well done villain in the game, next to Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Vulcan fight in this is really good. Like how
Oh, hell yeah.
the whole thing why he just wants to like see how strong Snake is, and that's his point.
Yeah.
Not like of course he's still a bad guy, but
In the end, it's still the fact of he's a bad guy who wants to see Snake, see how powerful Snake can be against a powerful shaman
Let's go,
like
Meryl.
Vulcan.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Meryl.
It's true that Liquid Snake is evil because he's evil, but he at least has some kind of reason.
Like that.
If you're gonna doubt yourself, I'll leave you here.
We'll get to Liquid when we get to it.
You're
Because there's a lot of shit to talk
Never
about
doubt
Liquid in
yourself.
MGS5.
Just let it make you stronger.
Oh yeah,
and some
brother.
other shit,
You're
yeah.
right.
And MGS2
brother.
and
I'm
MGS4,
I won't
which
do
is
it
stupid.
again.
but whatever.
Yeah, Liquid's legacy.
Nick, can I ask you something?
Oh man.
What?
About
And then
what
they dropped him
Mantis
in
said?
5 halfway through.
I was just wondering.
As I
What's the
said,
problem now?
as I said, and as a lot of people have said, Hideo Kojima makes sure that
So, tell
every
me, Snake,
character has some kind of
What's
legacy.
Your name?
I'm not saying that this
real
game
name.
doesn't have plot holes, because it
Name
fucking
means
does.
nothing on
Oh
the
fucking
battlefield.
How
boy,
old are
it
you?
has a lot of
Old
plot
enough
holes.
to know what death looks like.
Especially
Any family?
near the end with the
No, I was
cliffhangers and
raised
stuff
by
like that.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of shit that doesn't
Is
get
there
explained in between
anyone
3
you
and
like?
2 and
I've
4.
never been interested in anyone else's
Oh
life.
man.
So you
Like
are a
especially the fact of
just like
what
Mantis
how did like Raiden like save Sunny,
Other people
like
just
all that kind of
complicate
stuff.
my life.
Remember
Like,
that was
what
gonna be
happened?
originally that was
like
originally gonna
getting
be Metal Gear Solid
You're a
Rising.
sad, lonely
Not
man.
Metal
Yeah,
Gear Rising,
but
Metal
then-
Gear Solid Rising, and then
Let's go.
they canceled it and Platinum took over.
Uh-huh.
Wait, Meryl got a health boost?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Is that the game telling you, or are you just putting that on screen?
It's the game telling me.
He's
And
Yeah.
we'll see you in the next part of Metal Gear Solid.
Awesome. Yeah. So this, I mean, this wasn't that bad of a beefer, but it only gets better from here.
Yep.